Hi everyone, this is Shirley Weiss and I am so excited, hello, to be coming live to you on this beautiful, hello Willow to Wow. So great to be with you, and as some of you know, I am a spiritual counselor and soul purpose activation course for aspiring change makers. And I'm so excited to be on Periscope. This is actually my first scope, and I'm going to jump right in and start giving you some really great tips. And just know that I am here for you to help you activate the brilliance and confidence and beauty and clarity that you actually already have inside. This is what I have come to see in my 15 plus years as a spiritual psychologist and coach, that the truth of the matter was that we already, hi Annette, so good to see you here. The truth of the matter is we already have everything we need inside. I have discovered there really is no such thing as confusion, or there really is no such thing as having to build up our self-esteem or really like affirm our way to a confidence center. I discovered that there's just kind of like a temporary cloud cover that has been keeping us from knowing our greatness, from feeling faith, from just joyfully sharing ourselves, from getting out into the world and being radiant lights of love, of wisdom, from doing great works that we feel we're meant to. And so that's the point of that's going to be all the point of all my work and all my scopes, to kind of help you remove the cloud cover, really connect deeply with who you are, and have you really share yourself confidently, beautifully in the world, whether you're a mother or you're an aspiring coach, healer, change maker, whatever it is. So glad to see you. And let's just dive right in to today's tip. And so this one really stemmed out of a conversation I was having with a client yesterday who called me in a panic and said, I am overwhelmed. I have reached my limit. I don't know which way to go, and I don't know which to do. My family's doing this, and I'm having to do that, and my to-do list is so huge. She's preparing a new website, and actually her first website, and everything she needs to do, and social media, and she was just really overwhelmed. And it was so interesting to see how it is so self-created and self-perpetuated, and I held her through the process, and I was just like, you know what, this is going to be the great first tip that I'm going to bring to you. So I want to actually clarify something about overwhelm. Well, first of all, I've been there a million times myself. All of us have. You know, I really hope nobody here ever falls to the delusion of, hi Marcy, so good to see you. All of us here don't fall into the delusion of like the beautiful, pretty Facebook, profiles where people seem perfect. All of us have our moments where we feel overwhelmed and stretched to our limit and not knowing which way to go, and just like feeling like we're just deer in the headlights. What happens in those moments? What do we do? Well, first, I want to clarify what's really happening in those moments, because it seems that what is happening, what we're feeling, it seems that the overwhelm that we're feeling is a result of this huge to-do list. It seems, and I get that it seems this way, it seems that the overwhelm that we're feeling is a result of being confused and not knowing which action to take first, or being spread at the seams, right? But the truth is, it's going to sound very simple what I'm about to say, but I really want you to consider it for a second. The truth is that the overwhelm that you're feeling is actually simply a reflection of overwhelming thinking. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because in the moment, innocently, your thinking is taking an overwhelming form. Your thinking itself is causing you to feel overwhelmed. Your thinking is saying, oh my God, I don't know which way to go, and I don't know what to do. And that in itself is what's causing the feeling of overwhelm. But it doesn't stop there. What's really interesting too is, like, as I said earlier, we are all 100% clear. We are connected to the universal wisdom inside of us and all through us. We always have access to exactly the clarity information we need at any given moment. But what I've discovered is, it's like a highway. Think of a highway and think that a highway has 8 lanes. And when there's traffic, when it's like clogged up traffic hour, there's just like no getting through. And, it's just like doesn't flow. It's like jammed, it's stuck, you're not getting anywhere. Well, when we are in overwhelm and we're just thinking, we think that we're actually doing the best we can to try to get through it. And we're trying with like the best of intentions to get through it and think, okay, what can I do? Maybe I should do this, and you're coming up with all these ideas and really actually probably going through quite of a hamster wheel of thinking. And what you're doing is actually clogging up the highway of wisdom that you have inside of you with your own cyclical hamster looping, overwhelmed, getting nowhere thinking. And the universal wisdom, the universal mind, your highest self, whatever word you choose to voice it as, really wants to inform you. Let's like use the metaphor as if like you have this little angel right here, right? Whatever, right? It's all in here, but it's like this higher self of you that's just like patiently waiting, saying, Shirley, I really want to give you the answer to which way to move forward really powerfully and efficiently, but you're just like, you've clogged up the highway of information so much with your own thinking, I can't get through. And so, of course, we get nowhere. And we think we're trying, we think we're efforting, and we come up with all these ideas, and then we hit walls because those ideas are coming from a stressed out, more limited, fear-driven part of ourselves. And then we wonder why we put all this effort and we get nowhere. So the key to getting clarity and moving through overwhelm is to relax. To relax your thinking. Even though your intentions were trying to move you through it, you gotta like open up the highway of your consciousness. You gotta, let the traffic out and make space for higher wisdom to come in. And in that relaxed state, boom, you get an insight. And think about it. Have you ever noticed how you were trying to get an answer to something, and no matter how much you tried, you might have been sitting in the computer or writing out all these ideas, it just wasn't wah. And then a little bit later, you're taking a shower, or just laying on the couch, or you're just driving home, kind of like, zoning out on autopilot, and boom, the idea comes to your head. They've actually done tons of research about this, and they have discovered that the top ideas that come to the world's most successful people, CEOs, change makers, creatives, whoever, come to them when they're in the shower. Number one is the shower, driving to and from work, and I forget the third one, but it was something to that, like doing exercise or yoga. Why? Because in those moments, we were relaxed. We weren't clogging up the highway of our consciousness where information, higher wisdom wants to come through with our trying, our efforting, our stressed out, oh my God, I gotta make this happen. And in that moment of being relaxed and calming down our mind, the lanes of our consciousness cleared and our higher self, our little angel, whatever, filled in. The universe abhors a vacuum. And so as soon as we clear that space and we stop filling that space with all our old, stale, cyclical thinking, new, fresh thinking can come in. And then you know which way to act. And then suddenly one Facebook post, results in so much. And suddenly, one action gets you to exactly the person, the synchronicity, the support, the connection that, really makes things happen. But mostly, you felt good in the process. Not only did you make space for your higher wisdom, but you were relaxed, you enjoyed the process. So to just break it all down, it's only ourselves that are actually creating overwhelm with our thinking. Oh my God, I don't know which way to go. What do we do? Oh my God, what should I do this? We're stressing ourselves out in the process. We're making our path miserable rather than sweet and joyful. We're keeping ourselves from wisdom that wants to come in. we end up working harder, not smarter. I mean, you see it like the ripple effect. Whereas if we just relax, I know it sounds so simple, but one of my deepest, greatest mentors always said that the greatest spiritual practice is relaxing. If we can just relax and just notice our thinking, so just let it go. It's not the to-do list. It's my thinking about the to-do list that's overwhelming me. Let it go. Your higher wisdom will come through, will give you clarity. It's always in you. Experiment with it this week. Just play and see. Play with relaxing. Play with noticing your thinking and noticing that it's your thinking that's making you overwhelmed. And see what happens in that state. And you will become a really great person at relaxing and letting go of thinking if you start practicing this. And then magic is really going to happen, because the magic isn't just in the relaxing, but the wisdom that amazingly comes through once you really relax. And wow, that fresh thinking is going to give you deeper insights and clarity and understandings about yourself and your life that are going to completely transform you from the inside out. And then you're going to be moving differently. So that, my dear, is my first Periscope ever, and the first of many on Overwhelm, because this is a really good topic. I have so much more to say. So again, Shirley Joy Weiss. If you connect with me on Facebook and through my website, shirleyjoyweiss.com. That's Shirley without an E. And I'm here for you. Feel free to constantly ask me questions and interact on these Periscopes. I'm so excited to connect with you. It's such a fun medium. And for now, just remember, relax, feel good now. It's all good, especially if you allow it to. Big, big hug, everyone. Mwah.